impairment is a condition which visual performance cannot be remedied by refractive correction, surgery, or medical means. Consequently, it results in functional limitation of the visual system that may be characterized irreversible vision loss. Restricted visual field and discrete contrast sensitivity increased sensitivity to glare as well as discrete ability to perform activities of daily living such as reading or writing. Classification. Visual function is subdivided into four levels: normal vision, moderate visual impairment, severe visual impairment, and blindness. Visual disability includes moderate and severe visual impairment and blindness.
Learns with visual impairments in STEM. Within today's classroom, learning takes place in a variety of ways. Within these most students bring a wide range of learning styles and rely heavily on their sentence to process course material. Of our five primary senses, vision and visual acuity have an imperative role in the learning process within traditional learning environments. Students with low vision, blindness, or their visual impairments must find ways to compensate for their respective limitation. Consequently, within the classroom, teachers also have an imperative responsibility of assisting students in the learning process by providing prescribed accommodations and giving the necessary guidance and support for every student to achieve success within the learning process.
Many teachers have nothing their challenge of understand and implementing pros- prescribed accommodation with the classroom. More of trash tasks might seem particularly ominous within STEM related course, especially within mathematics and the science as three fields contain many courses that have been traditionally considered visually department subject made mixer as mathematics and science at their 12th level continue to service of the gatekeepers to enter into STEM programs in higher education. Teachers in 12 classrooms are charged with the task of preparing students in true subject, not only through traditional pedagogic, but showing a clear understanding of the need of all students.
Importance of system instruction for lanes with visual impairments. Most prevalent are those of STEM for point in the classroom structure for both the students with visual impairment, citing STEM related course and teachers and school personnel. Student, Students with visual limitations often experience a lack of encouragement in their pursuit of complementing STEM-related courses from educational and family system that lack no and no effective support these lanes. Support system for students with visual impairment what come it rents if these supports understand students' abilities. It is recommended that teachers be well aware for explicit and implicit bias towards students with disabilities, particularly in the early strains of student education. Now, EL 2012, it is during the STEM TED and interested STEM education can be either natured of dimension, legality, impaired their education attitude.
This deficit includes a limited understanding of how to modify instruction, differentiating instructional materials, and lack of overall understanding in identifying and providing deja de verme, appropriate accommodations within the classroom. Children with visual impairments rely on the ability of the teacher to provide differentiated instruction, identify and supply needed accommodations, and provide the appropriate level of support. Parents and program professionals must work closely to develop an individualized education program (EIP), which indicates the explicit need for such unified support and planning. Peda- Pedagogical approach to STEM for this population. It, mu- it must be recognized that the students with visual impairments have the same cognitive abilities as their sighted counterparts. Students with visual impairments have most likely learned to utilize of other sensory perception in the development of their specific learning style. Important tasks for teachers attempting to provide instruction to students with visual impairments are gaining an understanding of the student's limitations, gauging specific learning styles utilized by students, and understanding prescribed accommodation in order to effectively understand necessary accommodation. Teacher must be familiar with the requirements with the student's EIP as well as gain a clear understanding of the accommodation needed of the student.
K-12 teacher strategies and resources for working with this population in STEM. Differentiate instruction recognize the various with abilities and learning styles within student populations. We have knowing the learner. Teachers need to understand to students have their unique qualities. Quality teacher. Teacher believes all students can learn. Quality curriculum. Interest to students in thoughtful and pro-working. Classroom learning environment. Quality classroom environment provides setting and accommodation based on student needs. Flexible teaching and learning time resources. The best use of use of time thing instructions, and learning includes team teaching, evaluation, assignment, and grading. Should include the consideration of numerous ways to access learning. Teachers are often able to effectively apply the theory of difference instruction to students with varied levels of abilities and limitations, including a learner with a visual impairment who may be limited in vision or have not vision at all. Modification for students with visual impairments vary depending on type and severity of the impairment combined with the individual needs of each student. Modifications may include using Braille to read and write, individualized instruction on how to use specialized computer equipment, and other devices designed to assist individuals with visual impairment. And if someone's vision is present using the vision they have in an effective manner. In doing such, students with visual impairments are able to gain and maintain a sense of navigational independence within the learning environment.
Differentiating STEM instruction for his population of learners. Within K-12 education, mathematics and science are the most common STEM-related courses found within education settings. Unfortunately, teachers have had few models of teaching students with disabilities in science and mathematics, and there is very little research on intervention in these areas. Rhodes, Trella, Corte, Jimenez, Knight, and Flowers, 20, 2012. Engineering and technology education are solely offered within higher education instruction. There are some technology focus courses with K-12 education. Just the concept of providing technology-focused courses to visually impaired students is often intertwined with the learning and usage of assistive technology in the classroom.
Differences science instruction. The science serves as the foundation of successful entry into STEM careers. However, students with disabilities, including visual impairments, are not readily accommodated within science instruction. Kumar et al. 2001. Specifically with instruction for students with visual impairments, there is often same apprehension from science teachers regarding the laboratory experience that are often required with many science-focused courses. Difference mathematics instructions. Teaching mathematics to students with disability often creates a change within instruction of students with visual impairments due to the visual nature of math instruction. Also, challenge with modification instruction to students with visual impairments can prove to be highly rewarding. It becomes important to understand that students with visual impairments should not be excused for math solely because of a visual impairment. Teachers must be willing to teach mathematics to all students within the class, using the best possible resource to do. Well, it's all for us. Thank you.